Josie, how does it feel with the attachments on now?
Really weird.
Yeah.
They're quite pointy.
They are. They're not too, actually, they look pretty good. Actually, these canines and the premolars are really well defined, but they're obviously going to act as handles to move these. Now, what I want you to do is try this aligner in.
Okay, the top?
Top one, yeah, just pop that in if you can. Now, it won't fit perfectly in the beginning, that's normal. Okay, you can try the bottom one. Great, how's it feel? Feel some pressure?
Yeah, a bit on the tips.
Right, okay, good. Now what's actually happened is, which is quite normal, is the aligner doesn't fit perfectly around your teeth yet because the teeth have to adapt to a new position. Okay. So the first 24 hours it's going to be somewhat sort of uncomfortable. Okay. But what we've got to do is we've got to try and get these aligners to fit around your teeth as best we possibly can. Mm-hmm. So you put them in and there's a little gap appearing at the incisal edge, which is absolutely normal. So what we're going to do is we're going to get you to use these little devices, and these are called Munchies.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and they come in 2 little carrying packs, and there's 6 different colours, and all of them are different hardness. There's 2 sizes. These are the standard ones here, and these is called Munchie Max. These are for patients who actually need something a little bit more solid. People who tend to sort of grind their teeth. Now this is what's called the gentle pack,
yep.
and that's called the firm one. So there's a difference in hardnesses, and I'll explain why we actually use these. To start off, to the first thing though, which we want to actually seat your aligners, and this is quite important. We generally start with the yellow one, which is the softest one out of the firm pack. Okay. So we take this guy out here, and what you'll notice in here there's 2 grooves. There's a larger groove for the top teeth, and there's a smaller groove for the lower teeth. Okay, so what I want you to do is I actually want you to bite into this and just straight up and down. I'm holding this for you for a moment, and you should feel the aligner grab around the tooth more and slide up and grab those little attachments that we've just put in and deliver the forces exactly. That's great. That's really, really good. We want you to use that. This is going to speed up your treatment sort of considerably.
That's good.
That's really, really good. I feel alright. There's different hardness, and everybody likes, some patients like the softer ones to start with, some people like the harder ones, but this is a general one which is actually pretty well accepted. Now this is a silicone, a medical grade silicone, and it's called viscoelastic. Now by being viscoelastic it means that it actually keeps on going back to its original shape. Okay. The idea is that as it wraps your tooth bites into here, it actually collapses around slightly and envelops the aligner, and as it grabs the aligner on the biting edge, the front and the back, it grips it and actually pushes it. So the aliner's got nowhere
it feels a lot firmer.
Yeah, so that it actually grips 3 millimeters in the front, 3 millimeters in the back, and around the bottom edge. So it's got a pretty big surface coverage. That's how the thing works. Now, similarly on the bottom, there's a smaller groove for your bottom teeth. So you go in here and you bite, and you do exactly the same thing. You bite, that's good, and you should feel the aligner on the bottom. They're exactly the same sort of concept. So these grooves have been designed strategically around your teeth, the shape of your teeth, okay, for around the tooth and with an aligner in. Okay, now for the back teeth, there is a larger end for you to chew on. Bite together. That's good. And you can have a good munch on these. That's why they call them munchies. Okay. That's great. Okay, you should feel the aligner actually sitting better. Now, every one of our patients we've used for these so far, everybody reports their aligners feel better and they fit better.
It feels firmer, higher.
That's what we're after. And already we're starting to see that gap on the biting edge is starting to completely disappear. After 2 weeks, that gap should be gone. That's when we know that we've actually moved the tooth into the correct position.
Okay.
So this is invaluable. It's made out of a medical grade silicone.
Yeah. And
it took a long time to develop this product because it had to have the physical properties, it had to be safe. So if you actually swallowed it, there's no problem whatsoever because it's a medical grade and it's been tested.
Hopefully I won't get that hungry.
No, I don't think you should. Now each one will last about 2 weeks.
Alright.
Okay, if you actually eat through it too quickly, it means you're putting too much force, you're using it too much.
Okay.
After a couple of weeks, the actual properties sort of start to dissipate, so you should be changing these every sort of couple of weeks. That's sort of an ideal scenario.
Yeah.
Now remember, there's 6 different ones. Every patient likes to use the seating one, the seating firmness differently. So that's really up to you. Now the other thing which is pretty important for you to understand here is that you will get a little bit of pain or discomfort with new aligners. That is normal.
Okay.
Okay, now the reason you get that is because the tooth is being forced against the bone. Because when we put in forces in, the tooth is being pushed against the bone and the blood vessel around the tooth is being strangulated. There's no blood coming in there whatsoever. And the body wants to have blood.
Yeah.
So what we actually do here is there's a thing called the bite wafer effect. And the bite wafer effect actually helps pain alleviation significantly. Now a lot of patients like to start off to alleviate pain using the softest one. Just try that one, but you'll find it's quite squishy. Okay, now when you're getting pain, the idea is really that you should start off with a softer one and use this for 4 to 6 hours, and then
For a whole 4 to 6 hours.
4 to 6 hours for the first 4 to 6 hours whenever you're going to do it. I don't think you should be doing it for 4 to 6 hours, but you should go then next time you're going to do it, use the one that's a bit harder.
Okay.
So start off with the soft one, go to this one, I'll put this one back, and try that. How do you find that?
Yeah. It's
So-
easy.
Everybody, it's good. It's really good. Now this will help you with pain a lot. Now as you go through the different hardnesses, you'll find that you'll need, that as you get to within the 24 hours, the pain's usually the greatest 18 to 24 hours after you put your initial aligner in.
Okay.
And you just find that a regime as far as the different hardnesses are concerned, which one you like.
Okay.
Okay, but
So
this,
if I have pain, I use a soft one,
and then just go
and
to
then
the,
4 hours later use the next
yes,
harder one, and
beautiful.
then 4 hours later the next harder
Yeah,
one.
and see how you go as far as
Okay.
pain. Now we've had probably 3/4 of our patients sort of say when they've got discomfort they actually haven't needed to take any sort of painkillers, because these guys actually allow for that little bit of movement
Yeah,
and a
that's
little bit
good.
of blood vessel. So that's really nice. And it's good for kids and teenagers, so you don't really want to be using too much drugs as far as taking to school is concerned. So if they use these and take them to school and bottom them,
Yeah.
it helps sort of significantly. So that's the general ones, and you've seen the firm ones. Now, we have a set of instructions as well.
Okay. In case I forget any.
Absolutely, and these are quite detailed. There's 16 pages here, they've got little illustrations. They're very, very handy to have. So read those. Okay, it's the same sort of thing that I've just told you.
Yep.
Okay, and that sort of helps a lot. And this is a great little device. This will actually mean that the treatment time should be actually shorter.
Okay.
And we've seen this already over the last 12 months since we've been using the device, that the refinements, that's the thing where the teeth didn't move exactly as we wanted, the teeth are actually responding far more accurately when you're using these consistently.
Yeah.
Remember, the one thing is that the teeth are slippery.
Yep.
And the plastic is slippery. When you get saliva in between, the actual aligners tend to slip.
Okay.
By actually having this Munchie and it keeps pushing into place,
Yeah.
it delivers the forces that we want. So by putting it in the right place in the first, and keep on using it every time after you've eaten something or brushed your teeth,
And put
it's
your lines.
invaluable. So please use these as often as you can.
Yep.
Again, probably 3 times a day for 3 to 4 minutes. And you've got 2 little carrying cases. If there's any problems, let me know. I don't think there will be. We've had great response. And as I said, the thing that we see acceleration of movement, and we see more accurate movement.
That sounds good to
And
me.
that's what we're after. Okay, so simple little device. So it looks simple. It's actually very complex,
Yeah, it looks good. I
and-
like the colours.
and it's been designed, with a lot of actual sort of things. And the interesting part is the cost of this is actually, relative to your treatment, for such a small cost, it actually can deliver you some pretty outstanding sort of results. So take these home with you. If you need any more, give us a yell, and don't forget 22 hours a day.
Okay. I can do it.
Thank you.